Hello, I'm Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another episode for Neos Land, talking about the Kickstarter, talking about the game, all that fine stuff. Today we've got some good stuff. We are going to get into some more Q&A. The questions that you guys have submitted, whether it be live here in the Hangout, which you're invited to join us if you are watching this live, or via the forums or chat. We've been collecting them from all over the place and getting answers to you. And for us, too. We're learning stuff new as we go. So, hello, everybody. How you doing today?
Hi, Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
Hello, Marcus. How are you doing today?
Hello.
You sound so dapper. Okay. So, Jacques, how are things going today? It's another day where we've done a lot of work on the game, a lot of outflow of information and everything. I see that we have the gargoyle statue is the one that was removed, huh?
Yeah, the gargoyle is gone. No more gargoyle, no more protection against thieves and stuff like that. Then the gargoyle for you guys.
Yeah, well, you'll just have to use other types of protection.
Other methods, yeah.
Yeah, and the horse dung was the first to go. And so now this is a list of the daily prizes, which right now, if you pledged right now, watching this live, you'd get 28. If you're watching this video when it appears, it'll be 27 because it will be after the flip over time. So what have we got next on our list? We've actually got quite a few things on here that we've discussed. I think a sewing kit. The sewing kit.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, tell me, really, which one of us guys wants the sewing kit?
I'll take two.
Oh, well, there we go. I've sold my extra one.
Nice.
I'll trade you for horse dung.
All right.
Oh. So, Jacques, what are we going to be able to do with this sewing kit?
Like as you know, each skill, there's going to be a lot of skills in a game, you know, and one of them is going to be needing a sewing kit to fabricate some leather armors and stuff like that, like certain clothing and other items in the game. Mm-hmm. The difference between this sewing kit is like most of the items here is firstly it doesn't have a use on it. So when you use it, you know, you'll never have to repair it or anything like that.
Oh, okay.
So it takes away. So
Okay.
it's a permanent kit that you always can have, right? So it'll save you a lot of money on that, right?
Yeah.
And
well,
then,
I would think sewing kits are will be pretty low cost in the first place, but
yeah.
But this will just be a convenience.
Yeah, it'll be a convenience, you know, and we might add a little bit of extra thing to it, you know, that maybe that you can gain additional skills when you're using it, like faster.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be something interesting that people will definitely be sought after for it.
Okay. Well, maybe I want to keep my sewing kit then.
Oh, no, it's sold. That's mine now.
We didn't shake on it. Okay, so very good. So now we have we didn't get a chance to really go over very much this morning any of the Q&A because we realized something was going on in the community, which was that there's a lot of questions about land ownership, and so we solidified that this morning. And if you missed that, the episodes, in fact, the first episode is already up. In that, and they're appearing tonight, and by tomorrow morning, the episode with the final solution will be up and live on my YouTube channel. So, anyway, Jacques, do you have anything that you want to start with tonight, or do you just want to go straight into Q&A?
Well, I think one thing to mention is like we did the land ownership today, and we did roundtables, and we got a decision made of it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about how it came out, and I think it opened up the Kickstarter against people to back and know what they're going to be backing when they pledge for the land parcels and stuff like that. And we put a lot of information out there also in regards to that.
Okay.
And there will definitely be some videos coming very soon, which will show some more stuff of that will help out.
Okay. Yeah. Good. Good. And I want to just point out that this little set of 4 videos that we did for the land ownership is the perfect example of how we, the community, can suggest solutions and come together with an agreement for what should go into the game. In agreement with Jacques, on the business end, that it all makes sense and everything, and make a decision, make things happen. So that's one of the unique things about this game, because most other games in a Kickstarter or whatnot, they say, oh shit, we got this problem, and then they say, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. Okay, here's our solution, we're done. And with this, we got our say. And I think that Jacques, even when you were thinking about how we could fix this situation, that when we did the round table, that it turned out a bit different than what you probably first envisioned. And would you say that it turned out better than what you first envisioned?
Oh, way better, and it's like most of the ideas, if you're looking at one point of view, like our point of view, we see it one way, and then you guys come in with your way that you see it, and then we put it together. It's something very unique. Like, I haven't seen this type of system in any other game that I can think of already, and I think it's going to work out very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm really excited about that. And once people realize that one thing, they might be hooked and have to pledge at least $10 to get in. So, okay, Saint, you have been collecting some questions for us. What have you got in store for us?
All right, I'm going to start off pretty easy here. I have one user here that wants to know the items that are counting down and they're leaving the Kickstarter daily. If you pledge on PayPal, are you still going to get those items? If you pledge through PayPal directly to the site.
Yeah, you certainly do. You get exactly the same items as you would if you pledged on Kickstarter. There's no difference between it.
The only difference is you don't see it tick up by however many bucks on the campaign. That is the only difference.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, cool.
Now, this is directed towards the land episodes that we had, a couple of, the previous episodes. They would like to know, when we're purchasing land for real money, is it a one-time fee or a monthly fee?
Oh, when you well, firstly, let's fix that up. Once the game starts, you won't be purchasing land for real money. You'll be purchasing the land with in-game money, and then you'll be purchasing the option to change it so that it's a set ownership to you, which means that somebody can't take it away. And then that purchase will be a one-time fee only.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. That is even clearer than what we said in the Let's Clear Everything Up video.
Can I jump in there really quickly about
Sure.
the ownership of land?
Mm-hmm.
So here is going to be a full-scale MMO. There's going to be hundreds of people thousands of people, hopefully hundreds of thousands of people playing the game. There's going to be people that are going to purchase property. But those people potentially may stop playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to happen. What's going to happen to their property? Let's say they have, 50 blocks, 20 blocks, 10 blocks, and the property just goes vacant. Is there something that's going to be put into place that's going to say after a certain amount of time, somebody else can purchase that property? Because, me personally, I've played World of Warcraft. I took 8-9 months away from WoW. I came back to WoW, and my character is still there exactly the way I left it. Is there going to be an ability for me to come back to this game after 6 or 7 months and my property still be there?
Let's put it this way. Firstly, there's two sides when you say purchase property, right? Like I said just now.
Mm-hmm.
One, if you go and purchase property, which anybody can do with in-game currency, right? That has not set a thing that it's owned by somebody, like an ownership tag on it. That means you own it, but it's a different type of ownership that you have. Like, if somebody comes along and they see this property and they attack you, and then there'll be a system that they can actually take that property away from you. Where the ownership tag is set there, they can't take it away from you, right? That's the two differences between those things. But now, whichever property, doesn't matter if it's the ownership one or if it's the other one, right? There will be some degrading on the property, right, happening over time, as well as if you don't pay your taxes on a certain time, right, like which is taxes are in-game money, right? It's not outside game money.
Okay.
So obviously, you might have if you're in a town or area like that and you're not paying the taxes, at some point the mayor will dispatch maybe guards and maybe stand in front of your property and wait for you, basically, kill you. Or there will be systems in place that looks after it, because we don't want to have all these vacant houses standing around. That's the biggest thing while we're doing it. If you walk into a ghost town. So definitely there will be some degrading of the property in some way or another.
What happens, Jacques,
I like
if I have my 10 squares of property and I'm gone for 6 months? I quit funding this, but the taxes or whatever. But I paid for those originally in cash in the Kickstarter. Do they get put back into do they revert back to the community? And do I just lose them, or do they go to like some bank so that if I decide to come back 6 months later, I can place them again? Or how do you envision that working?
Well, at this stage, we're looking at it and I'm thinking that if we do that, one thing is when you put money on it, right, we'll have a slower degrading system in place with it than the other ones where you just that in-game currency, right? Because now you have something to lose there. But at some point, we have to say, listen, you're not back in the game for like X amount of months, like that. There's no option that we have to convert it back into the pool of properties, right? Again.
Okay, so let me follow up with that. If I have enough in-game currency sitting in my taxes account and I want to go away for 6 months, but there's enough money in there to cover it, can I leave my property absentee for 6 months as long as I'm paying my taxes?
I would say as long as you're paying your taxes, yes. But at some point, you must remember, even the property that you've bought with real cash money, people can still come and destroy your house, and they can still come and do things to it, right?
Mm-hmm. It becomes an eyesore.
Yeah, and eventually, you'll get to a point where the taxes won't be working. Now, somebody posted something on the forum, which was I think it's a very good idea that we definitely will be taking a look at, and that's having somebody look after your property or something like that. Now we're talking about degradation, right? Of it. Firstly, like taxes is one thing, but degradation is another thing. And then if you don't, you have to feed this person or this method of looking after your property, keeping it, doing the upkeep to it. And if you're not there in a certain amount of time, like a couple of months or something, then it walks away also. And I think at some point when you have a certain amount of degradation, your property still has to, either we'll be sending you emails or something like that. Even if you're going away, I'm pretty sure you can answer email in about 2 months' time or 3 months' time, right? to get it
well,
fixed.
I would think so.
Yeah,
okay.
there is.
I just want to make sure that that if the stuff is important to me, that I don't get careless and lose it.
No, we'll go. Put it this way: we'll go the extra mile to ensure that you understand that there's a problem, mm-hmm. and make sure that everybody is covered as far as possible as we can, right? I mean, we can't go for years like that, but then again, we'll go the extra mile, especially when people has money involved with it in regards
mm-hmm.
to that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's always a point that you have to say, listen, this we can't go further than that.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Maybe we could designate an heir to your items and your property.
Ooh, an heir, like a will. Like
Yeah.
he must have died if he hasn't been here for 6 months.
So yeah, they can sort of look after your property. And
Yeah, so assign all of your stuff to Marky Dragon. That's M-A-R.
Well, that's a good idea, actually. That's a very good idea. Now that you mention it, and I think that'll go very nicely inside with the surname. So if you have more people in your like your surname,
Yeah,
right?
it can result back to that other person. Yeah, I like
Maybe
that.
not the
actually.
property as such, but depending on if they can look after it, but at least the items that you own in the game and so on.
Yeah, actually, if the community kept it up, somebody was keeping it up and another person was absentee, that maybe they're keeping it up in the hopes that the person doesn't come back. Either that or they do something like knock them off in real life so they can't come back.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. Look at that. I just knocked off Streaming Canadian, and now I'm going to get both of his sewing kits. And he missed the whole joke because he's gone now.
Not yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So-
I have a question. In the game, we discussed that you're probably going to have a servant at one point. Can the servant keep my house clean and pay if I have enough?
Yeah, that's exactly what
Canadian
this.
is
That's exactly what this forum that I said. This somebody posted in the forum the system like that to keep the house up to date and upgraded and stuff and like that. So that's what he was saying. It's a servant, right? Like, and if you don't feed the servant every month, you have to feed him food and stuff. And
Or
eventually,
spouse.
yeah, or pay him some currency or whatever. You know, he'll walk away eventually, and then your house will just degrade.
Can I
And if
have a
you're evil, you
non-alive
may walk
servant?
away too. Say again. Ink?
Can I have a non-alive servant, like a magical one?
Well,
You want
could
like
be
a
anything.
Roomba to go around and vacuum up for you?
A genie.
A genie?
A Roomba.
Well, you know, those little robots. Yeah, yeah. Did you now? You know, I just have to say, going along with the horse dung and a Roomba, that did you guys ever see the tweet set between a husband and wife, where the husband says, or the wife says something like, you know, I came home and the dog has been having the runs, and so I cleaned it up and everything, and I had to go back to work again. There might be a little bit to clean up for you when you get back home. Husband then tweets in later saying, today is the day that the Roomba is supposed to go around and sweep everything. Did you turn it off? And they both have this oh shit moment, and then they come back to find that the dog had still had the runs, and the Roomba had spread it all over the place. Isn't that horrible? But
Sweet Jesus.
just Ink, keep your horse dung out of the way of your genie, and it should all be okay.
Unless you want to paint your walls brown.
The genie is going to be covered in horse dung to protect it from stealing.
Okay, no take my horse dung. So,
We could
Okay.
add in a system kind of very similar to the way that World of Warcraft does their Scroll of Resurrection. As me being a friend, I can send you a Scroll of Resurrection, and you can come back to the game with some type of like bonuses or something along those lines. I mean, we could kind of do the same type thing, maybe like
is that a customer
know.
retention type thing?
yeah, essentially, yeah. So then when somebody leaves for X amount of months, 6 months I think is when it can actually be activated. If you leave the game for 6 months, me being your friend in game or on my friends list, I can see, oh, Marky Dragon hasn't played for 6 months. I'm going to send him a free Scroll of Resurrection that's generated by the actual game itself. I can then send that out.
I
can
must
send
have
out.
no friends.
I know. That's
Nobody
what
has
I'm
sent
thinking.
me one.
I know. But I can send out 2 per day. Blizzard allows you to send out 2 per day to 2 of your friends. And by them coming back to the game, I think they get some bonus items or something like that saying thank you for coming back.
think
So, I mean,
that's a
we
good-
could probably
good
implement
retention
something
thing.
like that as well.
Yeah, for housing, I think that'll be a good idea. That if, say, a certain person's house is going past a certain degradation step, like whatever time period it is, that's maybe somebody that's maybe their friends or you know on their friends list or
Or
something
like
like that.
city engineer or something like that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get like
you'll
a city
get a
engineer
little-
notice.
Yeah, a little notice saying, hey, you know, your house is gonna be demolished pretty soon. You know, get up there, and your friends can actually you can send that to his friends, because a lot of times his friends will be actually maybe knowing him in real life as well, and they can say, hey, have you forgotten about this or something like that, or know what happened, and they can contact us. You know, so that's good options that we can do.
Yeah. That was my point anyways. Yeah.
On a side note, I see in chat that somebody is talking about our characters aging.
Interesting.
Actually, it's an idea that I've gone over in some episodes before, not for this game, but we talked about actual character aging and how you become wiser and smarter, maybe not as quick, but wiser and smarter, and that maybe that offers other bonuses that that the young whippersnappers don't have.
Well, at a certain point, everyone's gonna be a mage. That's the first generation of players. I would say add an age slider when you're making your character, and based on that, you get the bonus.
Oh, interesting. Jacques, your character creator, have you posted a video of the character creator yet?
I think there is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any options in there for making me look old?
Oh yeah, there's options for so many things you can do. Like it's all a morphed system, right? So you can. All we did is we put in some parameters, but you can literally morph to anything. Any age. It's all that's possible. Yeah.
Okay. So.
What we can do though is like if you create your character, we can set a certain age for it on creation, but as time goes by, you can maybe go back to your character and change its age and stuff like that. Yeah, do some changes in how it looks. I mean, after a year or two, you might be bored of the character how it looks, and then you can change the age of it.
Yep. Saint.
Yes, sir. You ready?
Hit me.
Okay. All right, here we go, guys. They would like to know, the people of chat, would like to know what type of player reporting system will be in place, like reporting bots, farmers, other people breaking the rules.
That's a good question. We haven't touched that yet, actually.
So I'll write that down as a roundtable topic point. And,
I think we do have a roundtable that we're going to be doing about that, right? That you got listed there. I think at some point.
Really?
So yeah. I think we brought up something like the same question like a few series.
I put down how to deal with bots, but maybe how to deal with unwanted actions.
Yeah, and also maybe tools for players to actually play a part, which I think is going to be a big thing for us also, is to have the involvement of players in as well, to be able to see these things and catch it also on the fly.
Yeah, if we can put the power to take care of this within the players' hands, then we will have something that is not really in any other game.
Yeah.
So, except for, when us streamers or whatnot that have 1,000 people watching us and we say, I don't like so-and-so, everybody should go and complain against him. Well, that might be a problem. But, yeah. Okay. We got time for one more in this episode. So, don't know who's cooking, but you're awful noisy doing it.
Somebody either fell down a well or something happened.
Somebody fell down a well. Jimmy, are you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me send Lassie out to get some help.
All right, here we go. This person wants to know, he saw the video on Kickstarter, and he noticed that in the video you were pulling items out of a chest, similar to Ultima Online. Will this change because he remembers searching for items in a full load chest was a pain?
Pulling items out of a chest.
I don't know this video. Have I seen this video?
Yeah, I think we were showing you that chest that he was showing there. I think he's talking about the one section that it shows your backpack, which you can have different bags and stuff like that. And we just showed how the bag system would work. It's not a slot system. It's basically a drag and play system, just like Ultima Online used to be. So I think he's a little bit confused with that.
How did I miss this video? I'm like so in the loop here. This is the first time hearing of it.
Watch the Kickstarter.
Well, I watched. Okay, so it must be in there then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. I watched the whole thing, but I don't remember nothing about bags or dragging items around in chests. But okay. So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, as Ink says, I'm getting old and I forget things. You know,
I'm gonna get smacked for this.
well, hey, dude, I'm level 42 already, and so you know, don't give me no crap.
Finally got your mount.
Okay, I'll take that. I wasn't quite sure what you meant by that. Like,
Old school vanilla WoW people would understand that.
no,
Okay.
no. Yes,
the new
yes.
school is too.
New school is
No.
gone. What? Did he just get
Yeah.
married?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So, okay. Well, that's the end of this episode. If you're watching live, hang on. Don't go anywhere. We're going to start another one here in just a couple minutes. And if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe because that way you'll be alerted when the next one comes up. And this is part of a very long playlist. So maybe you should just play them all. Take care, everybody.